Dates in archaeology. Historical dates are generally reckoned from the beginning of the Christian era, backwards as the years before Christ, BC, and forwards as years of our Lord. For example, we speak of AD 1066, Latin Anno Domini 1066, or in English, in the year of our Lord 1066. In comparatively recent times, we can give accurate dates. The exact chronology of many Roman and Anglo-Saxon events in this country is known. Everybody knows AD 1066, the date of the Norman invasion, and at least from that time forward, precise dating of events is possible. When we go back into prehistory, dates are less certain. And if we study extremely far off ages, we have to be content with rough estimates of the lapse of time. Authorities differ considerably about very ancient chronology, and in two different books, written by different experts, you may find that dates of happenings a few thousand years ago are quite differently given. This does not mean that the experts in question are inaccurate people. It means that strict computation is not possible, and that different ways of calculating the passage of time in those ancient ages have been adopted by archaeologists today. It is safe to foretell that with new methods of inquiry into chronology, which are now being tested and perfected, much more satisfactory dating will be possible. And already some remarkable results have been obtained. One of the most important tasks of the student of the past is this dating of the works he is investigating. By dating is not necessarily meant assigning an exact year to the object under consideration, whether it be a coin, a piece of pottery, an implement, an earthwork, a castle or a cottage, but its reference to the proper period of history or prehistory. Sometimes, of course, the actual year may be ascertained, as when a cottage or a coin bears a date. In other cases, only the century can be determined, and sometimes, especially with extremely ancient objects, we have to be satisfied with a very wide approximation. Although we cannot give exact dates for periods of prehistory, it is helpful to the mind in reading to know the succession of the different ages, and to have some idea of their length expressed in years. Geologists also use rough computations of time in studying the materials of which the Earth's crust is composed, and, of course, it is natural that their later years should overlap those of the earlier archaeological ages. In the following table, we begin with the most recent times, and as we proceed we go deeper and deeper into the past. This is the way in which geologists express the relative ages of the sedimentary rocks of the Earth in their chronological tables. The 20th century. From the 1st of January 1901 to the present day. Victorian times. AD 1837 to 1901. William IV's reign, 1830 to 1837. Georgian era, 1714 to 1830. The Stuart period, 1603 to 1714. Tudor period, 1485 to 1603. The 15th century, 1401 to 1500. The Middle Ages, 900 to 1400. Middle Anglo-Saxon times, 597 to 900. The Lost Century, 1420 to 597. The Romano-British period, AD 43 to 420. Early Iron Age, 500 BC to AD 43. Bronze Age, 1900 BC to 500 BC. Neolithic times, 2300 BC to 1900 BC. Mesolithic times, 12,000 BC to 2300 BC. Paleolithic times, 540,000 BC to 12,000 BC. The Age of Eolith, unknown, to 540,000 BC. The Lost Century. The so-called Lost Century, AD 420 to 597, is often called, very appropriately, the Dark Ages, because it is a period about which we know very little. Yet, the Dark Ages is sometimes used as a synonym for the Middle Ages, the time from the death of Alfred the Great, AD 901, to the death of Geoffrey Chaucer, the poet, AD 1400. So, if you meet with the term the Dark Ages, be sure you know what the user means by it. Similarly, the term Middle Ages is employed somewhat loosely. Early Iron Age. We are, of course, still in the Iron Age, but we may consider its first phase to have ended, as indicated in the above table, with the beginning of the conquest of Britain by the Romans, AD 43, in the reign of Claudius.